What's up, everybody? And today we're at a drive-in in our state of Connecticut. It opened in 1947. It had one screen. You could fit 250 cars in here. You could watch two movies for the price of one movie ticket. You could bring your puppy. They might ask for something for the snack bar, though, so you gotta bring more cash. Because they do have a snack bar here. If you do bring your puppies, they'll probably ask you for food. They like their hot dogs. It closed in 2022. My husband Nick and I liked coming here because it had up-to-date movies. I know some people are like, why don't you just go to Southington? We're like, because they don't have up-to-date movies. We like to watch the up-to-date. Nick's just doing a quick pan of everything.
And we will be able to get into the buildings, and this is the full lot, the field. Somebody came back here in September or October of 2025, and they thought the drive-in was open. They parked on the mound, similar to where my car is, and thought the movies were going to open. Like my wife said, this has been closed since 2022. We've seen quite a few blockbusters here, but we go to the Mansfield Drive-In Theater and Marketplace. They show, like Steph was saying, up to date. This was a different kind of concession stand. I'm used to going in the building. You ordered at the window here and picked up to the left. Unfortunately, the vandals have gotten here. It's mostly untouched, but let's just show you around. This was the screen. They did trim the trees when this was in operation. There's a huge land dispute, so the lady who did have this was told that they're not going to lease it. The land was sold. They told her to take all the equipment, which she did, and then when the new property owners bought this, they said that she stole it, so I don't really know. I took a quick gander in the concession stand. There's like nothing there. Look at that screen, though. We used to park when we came here when it was an open drive-in. We parked about the second row up from one of the last poles, but look, they had to take down a lot of trees, and we're doing renovations and kind of stopped. Work's been halted on this for a long time. But this one, when we came, it never had the speaker boxes, so at the time I had my nice car, my sports car, and we just tuned into the radio. But the gray area, as you can see where the gray poles are here, is for cars only, 5 feet and under. Ticket booth, yellow, anything over 5 feet, so it'd be trucks and whatever else, SUVs. Like I said, all the buildings are open. I'm not going to check this ticket booth, but show you a little gander in here, the old men's room. Without getting hit by snakes and all that other stuff. Who knows what's living in here?
No snakes. I don't like snakes.
No, I know. Raccoon. Look at this. At least it's in good shape still, for now. Like I said, it was a nice place when it was up and running, but times change, and this was a very popular drive-in when we did come to see a few blockbusters here. Sometimes we'd come on a sold-out night, we're already here, and then they had to update it on Facebook saying we're sold out, can't accept any more cars. I love the color of the place. It's green, and back in the day there were a lot of renovations done to the snack bar, so you raised up funds and fixed this all up, and unfortunately it's just been sitting here abandoned since 2022.
Drop in the comments. Do you guys like to go to the indoor theaters, or do you like to go to the outdoor theaters?
Nah, outdoor drive-ins the way it is, it's the best.
Yeah, we like to drive in.
Look, even had a screen so the buggies don't get in. I'm not going in too far. I'm walking in cobwebs, unfortunately. Ladies' room. Old chair for when they took tickets. I did look at the projection booth, but there's no way to get in. It's still sealed shut. Little storage closet. Vice grips. It's a shame that this can't be open anymore. 250 cars to pack this house out. Screen's in phenomenal shape.
Do they have to park 2 cars per pole like they do in Mansfield?
Yes. Yep, that was the rules. I don't know if they enforced it. I'm pretty sure they did.
Mm.
And when they actually had to enforce the rules, there's your sign right there, sold out. And it did definitely get sold out here. They wanted to, this could have still stayed open if they used it as just a drive-in like the old owner, but they wanted to not pull permits and do this and that, so. Concession stand, I always wanted to go in here. I have a light in my car, but I don't think we're really going to need it. So this hot water heater was actually replaced recently in 2018. I would love to reopen this, not going to lie. You'd have to start fresh, obviously, no equipment. So. The Lost Turtle, you got your paper towels. Still works. You can see, I'm a short king, and look how short the ceiling is. If you're like over 6 feet, you're banging your head everywhere. Not made for tall people. See, this is where they would work and do what they had to do to get day-to-day operations going here.
Oh, good, the snack bar's open. Nick's gonna cook for me.
Yeah, what would you like, sweetie?
I would like a hot dog and some French fries.
Oh, look, that's pretty cool. I actually found an old menu from when this was open. This is what prices were back then. So you can't see the best, but found an old menu. Surprised that's still in there after being weathered and everything. I don't know if these actually say anything. We're gonna look. Nah, they're just blank. You see stuff was taken out. She took all her equipment like she said she would. I guess t-shirts? I don't know. Stepped on something nasty and sticky.
Don't trip on the rug.
Yeah. Might have been to catch mice or something. Who knows? Look at the old solar lines. But what drive-ins have to do to get creative and everything, they like need a beer garden and all that too. That would really help. See, sold out. I never actually realized how small the inside of that was until I went in there. Shame this can't reopen. Or the town's keeping them from reopening. One of the two. Pretty decent sized field for $250. So you were getting out of this at $250. Nice day, almost summer. Weather's finally cooperating. Look at that screen though. That's nice. It's all wooden. Looks like it was done recently. Not that it was, but probably one of the last operating years this was fixed up nice, the screen. Yep, and this was your last line of cars or holes here, and then it goes to trucks up there, anything over 5 feet. Nice to see that this is the retro look to it and everything. If we didn't live so far, I'd look into opening this back up, but as you can see, the buildings need a lot of work. That's the way it goes. It's been sitting abandoned since 2022, so look at that screen. If you got here early enough, you see the kids playing frisbee and ball over here in front of the screen. Look, hand of the projection room. That's locked up tight. I did check. Cool to check this out in its abandoned state. Look at that. One of the larger screens I've seen. This screen used to have a lot of nice white pines around it, but they cut them down because they were doing wire work at the time. The back side of it doesn't look so nice. Even, which I never knew, you even go inside here. Would have never known that. I've come here for a long time. Would have never known you could come inside the screen. That's pretty cool. Basically, yes, it has a steel frame, but the majority of this is all wood. You can see where it's deteriorating. Wow, this is cray-cray. Power and all that jazz has been cut, so. Alright, everybody, with that, subscribe, like, share, comment, and we'll see you at the drive-in. Peace!